Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to teach you how to integrate Go for Clients with WP Forms to trigger an internal notification via email, but also auto respond to that lead through a voice call. So this is going to be amazing, guys. But first of all, let me give you a little bit of background on WP Forms. There's some important things that you need to know. Integrating is super easy, but first thing, WP Forms, they only offer the Webhooks option when you purchase their elite plan. None of the other plans is going to have Webhooks capability. So here it is, Webhooks, and only that elite plan has it. Make sure you know that beforehand. The second part is right here on WordPress. I've created my site, my Go for Test site. It's perfect right here, probably just like you did. And I have my WP Forms plugin, and I'm sure you already know this step, so I'm not gonna really get into details here. There's my form, so I'm gonna click on edit. And the important piece here is that you know that once you have your form, you must go to settings, and that's where you're going to find that webhook. Click on that webhook, and here's what it shows. It's exactly the same editing as it is if I was adding a new webhook. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the steps that you need to do to integrate with Go for Clients. So where this URL is being requested, we go to Go for Clients, log in, and from the main dashboard, you can choose to go to drips on the top right-hand side toolbar, my drips, or directly here by clicking on drips automation. Go to templates, and in the template section, I have a lot of options: Facebook, lead ads, etc. Forms and webhooks is what we're focusing on today. And once we're there, as I said, today we're going to trigger a call with a notification, an internal notification via email. So a call is going to be triggered to my lead, but there's also a notification that internally will go to my sales team or my marketing team, whoever's in charge of being alerted to reach out to those leads. So I'm going to click on use template. And here I just start with the configuration. The trigger is going to be the webhook. That's fine. The email, I'm going to use my work email to send out the emails to whomever I need. And then to make the call, I just choose one of the numbers that Go for Clients has already provided me for that purpose. Click on build drip. And as you can see, this is the cool thing that we already provide you with that drip. You don't have to build it from scratch. It's just kind of setting up the configuration, and that's it. You're ready to roll. So let's start with that. It says start here. So the first thing we're going to configure is that webhook. And it says step 1, integrate your external platform. We need to copy this URL for the webhook. I do that, and what I'm going to do is I am just going to go to that forms constructor, the WP form constructor, and where it says request URL, remember guys, we went to settings, webhooks, and now where it's saying request that URL, I am going to paste my URL right there. Perfect. So once it's there, just make sure that the request method you're selecting is post, that JSON is the request format. Make sure that enable webhooks is clicked, and that's it. This secret, you might find it empty. You can leave it empty. You don't need it pre-filled with anything. And of course, make sure you have your fields already set up in your form. You know this. So save it. All right, make sure it's saved. And what I do is I always try to get out of here, because sometimes it doesn't take the changes immediately. It takes for a little while. So I just make sure that I am out of there. Let's go back to Go for Clients. It says next step. It's waiting to integrate. The only way to check that the integration was successful if I actually publish the form and test it out. So let's do that. I'm going to my Go for Test site. I'm going to choose the WP form that I already created, and let's fill it out. All right, so there you go. I filled it out with the information. Once I send it, I go to Go for Clients, and I'm going to check that the integration has happened. This should turn green any moment now. There it is, guys. So it turned green. Sometimes it takes a few seconds. Give it a few seconds, but now you see that the information is hooked up. Actually, this has turned into a green button. Last step is the actual association mapping of the fields, right? If I'm going to place a call, I need that phone number. If I'm going to call them by their name, I need that name. So Go for Clients needs certain fields, and all I'm telling is where to take the information from, right? So the name, I'm going to take from the name field in my form. That's pretty straightforward. It actually gives me a preview of the information coming through. The email, I'm going to pick from the email field, and so on and so forth. So very simple. If you need more fields, all you need to do is click on this plus sign, and more hashtag tags will be available for you. And at any point that you want to see if the integration or the mapping is correct, just click on this see data icon, and you'll see how you're mapping that information, that the mobile is the actual phone number, that the name matches with that field, etc., etc. On this, I'm pretty happy with how it is. So I just need to go to actions, and in actions, it's just saying the trigger time. How soon should it trigger the notification and that call? I like to leave it in with as soon as, just because I know stats that say that, for example, reaching out to a lead a day after reduces the probability of that lead becoming a customer by 60 times. And even if it takes me just an hour, it still reduces that probability by 7 times. So I want to make sure that I do it immediately, because that's what's going to keep my leads hot. That's what's going to drive those conversions and sales. But you guys can absolutely set up different times, seconds, minutes, days, hours, whatever you guys need. The platform is super flexible to do that. All right, the next step is configuring that notification, that alert. Let's say that this is the email for my sales team, or for the contact center, or for the marketing team. I'm going to use my work email because I want to keep everything together here for the demo. You see that you could actually send SMS or voice notifications as well. I have videos showing those. Make sure you check those out if you need to send another way. Pretty much the same steps. All right, so the email setup, you could actually change that email design. You could just go to templates, and you could choose any of the templates available, or if you already did a pre-design, go ahead and choose that. For now, I'm happy with what I've selected, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to keep it as is. And then the only thing I need to do right now is configure my call. Really, the call, I don't have to do anything in configuration. I just wanted to show you that we have preset those settings for you. For example, the earliest time to call, 8 o'clock in the morning, and the latest 8 at night. You could change those as well. Just make sure you're not calling at hours that you're not supposed to, right? All right, with that said, really the part that we want to configure is the audio part. Again, in configuration, you could have pre-recorded audios and just select an audio, but I wanted to show you the text-to-speech option because this is so powerful and very popular in the market. So with that said, what we're going to say is we're going to choose the language. I'm going to choose English. The voice, we have male and female voices. I'm going to go ahead and leave it with Mary. And then we have a text already pre-written for you. We have a pause here. This is in milliseconds. I suggest you keep it. It's just so that the audio doesn't start playing when somebody answers the call immediately, that it gives him a bit of a pause there to hear the complete message, right? It just makes sense. And here is this: hi, press 1 to speak with an expert. And I like that. So let's leave it like that. Convert audio is to simulate that text that we wrote. Remember, this is text to speech. So what we're writing, it's going to sound as audio, and let's play it. I'm going to put my speakers on full and play it for you.
Hi, press 1 to speak with an expert.
I like how that sounded. It's perfect. So I'm going to leave it like that. When all is done, all I need to do is configure the last step, the transfer. What is the transfer? Well, I'm saying that, hi, press 1 to speak with an expert. So when they press on 1 on their phone, it's going to redirect that call. And so I want to make sure that I understand where that's redirecting. So in this scenario, it says, which is the number. Remember to always put a 1. We need a 1 in Go for Clients before the rest of the number. So with that, I'm happy. I can just save my drip. I'm going to provide it a name. This is going to be the wpforms with calls demo, and save and activate. And there it is, guys. That's how easy it is to do this. So now let's try it out, right? We have our active drip ready to run. Let's go to the actual form once again. Let's just start from scratch. I'm going to play the role of a lead. In this particular website, there's a form that I need to fill out to get more information. This time I'm going to play as John. I'm going to provide them my information. Remember that we need that one. And I'm going to tell him that I need a demo. All right, cool. So when I trigger that form, then the drip is going to take over. I'm going to share my phone screen with you guys, and we're going to see how that drip takes over and how we receive that call, and we also receive that notification. All right, so let's give it a few seconds here. There's that call coming in, guys. I'm going to put it on speaker.
Hi, press 1 to speak with an expert.
Perfect. That's what it sounded. I'm pressing 1 and it redirects the call. So right now I'm going to hang up, but it was just important for me to show you exactly how that worked, how the call came through. And as a lead, I was immediately contacted by Go for Clients. Now, in my inbox, I can see that I have an email, which is the alert, the notification that came through, and now I'm playing the role of marketing or sales, and I just received this lead notification, and very cool. It says John needs a demo. It provides me with the information, so I'm ready to roll and close those sales. So guys, I'm super happy that you were able to check this out. Very simple to integrate with Go for Clients. I hope to see you next time.